Radio.
Great, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shit Radio, an unrefined podcast for the everman. I'm Brasky. That's Liars.
Hello.
That's Wasted.
Good evening.
And folks, Wasted has gone to the movies once again, so grab your popcorn, grab a sody pop, grab, I don't know what else you do at the movies, Milk Duds, and get ready for your latest movie review. This time, Wasted has seen Marty Supreme. Wasted, tell us about Marty Supreme.
Well, basically, Marty Supreme is it's basically a sports movie, kind of like a comedy drama, and it's about ping pong, and Timothée Chalamet, he's basically the kind of hero in the movie, and it's all about his sort of burning ambition to become a world like ping pong star and make it, but he's basically completely broke, and it's 1950s New York, so it has like a kind of feel of Scorsese movies, and it's a little, and it's set in the 50s, but it has an 80s soundtrack, so it's a kind of and it's a bit like if you've seen, it's from the same director as Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. It has this weird it has a lot of like kinetic energy running through it, and it's very intense, and it's a very kind of Timothée Chalamet is just burning with ambition, and Gwyneth Paltrow's in it. She plays like an older film star, aging film star who he's kind of trying to use. He's basically doing anything he possibly can to get the money to go to Japan to play in this tournament. And Marty Supreme is the name of the he's also trying to sort of revolutionize like the game of ping pong with his own like branded balls. Marty Supreme is the name of his special orange balls because he can't see them on his white T-shirt and things. But it definitely, it's that sort of it's that kind of this dream state, as in it doesn't seem quite real. Just when it's very like driven and intense, and just when you think you know what's happening, some kind of crazy scene will happen. Like he's in some flat somewhere in New York, and the bath falls through the ceiling, collapses, and he lands on top of Abel Ferrera, the director from Bad Lieutenant. And then the movie basically sort of takes a twist and starts to seem more like an Abel Ferrera movie. Like, he lands on Abel Ferrera and his dog. And so the whole movie takes kind of like a twist off to the side, where they have to kind of, if he can help him, Abel Ferrera, with his dog and like get him fixed, then he can make the money enough to go to Japan. And then he's playing this like world #1 Japanese player. He eventually gets there, and to Japan. And then, it's a ping pong movie. It's a sports movie. So you've got all these sort of epic ping pong. It is ping pong. So it's kind of funny that it's kind of like Rocky, but ping pong. So, yeah. And it's basically like Uncut Gems. It's this character who's like, he's very flawed. You can't believe what he's saying sometimes, but he's like extremely ambitious and extremely confident. It's a bit like King of Comedy. He has this kind of like, he's unrelenting in his pursuit of like being a ping pong star, and he just basically would do anything to make enough money to get on the plane to Japan. And there's all these, but it's based on a film is loosely based on American table tennis player Marty Supreme. But in this movie, it's not a straight bio. It's basically a comedy. Marty Reisman is a American ping pong player, I think. Same kind of story, but in this, he's called Marty Mauser. And I would say it's I think it's part of this director, the Safdie brothers, but I think it's Josh Safdie. And he did Good Time, and then he did Uncut Gems with Sandler, and then now he's done Marty Supreme. And yeah, it has this very strange kind of dreamlike vibe because the music's like Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world, but it's set in the 50s. So it looks like a Scorsese movie, but it's much more fast-paced and crazy. So, I mean, yeah, I think it does live up to the hype. It does live up to all the hype that people are talking about. It's probably like going to make Timothée Chalamet like a huge star if he isn't already. But I've always dismissed him because people just, I don't know, you know what I mean?
He sounds like a soap.
Yeah, it's a soap opera. No,
No.
It's kind of like it's almost like a day in the life.
No, wasted. You confused what I said. When you said the name Timothée Chalamet, it sounds like his last name reminds me of a soap. Like Chalamet. Like I took it instead of a caramel bathtub or
That's
caramel
because
tea.
I use Timothy, yeah. French.
Something that, on a cold evening.
Oh right. Did I pronounce it wrong? I pronounce it I pronounce it.
Isn't
the
it
French way.
Chalamet or Chamalot?
Is that what? I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Timothée Chalamet?
Well, why don't we ask the Frenchman?
It's Timothée Chalamet.
Yes, Timothée Chalamet. That's what I said.
You're Canadian, right?
Timothée.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, I know where you were born. So I mean, you're French.
It's no.
What's your favorite hockey team?
Not accurate. I'm not French. The Montreal Canadiens.
You're French. This French movie.
Now, getting back to this movie here, Wasted. You mentioned that this was French actor with an actor with a French name. You mentioned that Gwyneth Paltrow was in the movie, and I'm looking at the cast. I noticed Fran Drescher's also in the movie.
The nanny's in this movie?
Yeah. The
That's
nanny.
great.
How
was she talking her nanny voice the whole time?
How'd she look?
She looks pretty decent for her, however older she is. I mean, her daughter is now a sort of model or something. But I mean, she's like 50, 60 years old, isn't she?
She's 68.
Yeah, she looks slamming.
Did you just realize that Liars has a thing for the nanny? That at one point or another, that the nanny named Fran and Liars, they, he might have made some happy tissues to the nanny.
Wait.
But hold on, we're talking about this French movie with Timothée Chalamet. It's like Chocolat, right?
I wonder which character that is, though. Yeah. Timothée Chalamet. I don't know. I've always just...
Yeah, and then we're talking about Gwyneth Paltrow, which I'll tell you what, that Gwyneth Paltrow, oof. The old 1-2 I'd like to give her. The Shakespeare in Love. I'll tell you what, Brasky in Love.
Yeah, I mean, she's decent in this. I
mean, yeah. I'd be Gwyneth Paltrow's Iron Man, okay?
I think in this movie, Marty Supreme is basically having an affair with her to try and like scam money out of it. And also there's a famous... supposedly a famous actor in the role of he kind of like hooks up with the his Gwyneth Paltrow, who's an aging like movie star. She's now working in theater, but her husband is loaded, so he's trying to scam him out of money. Like they have a plan to make money.
So basically, he's telling me this is basically the Fish Called Wanda, but the French version of it.
It's kind of like a Scorsese movie. Like it's on the streets of like 1950s like New York, and it's just like total chaos with Marty Supreme just bombing around with different guys getting into scrapes, trying to scrape together enough money to make it to Japan, but
no wasted is one of these guys a member of a gang called the Jets, and the other guy a member of a gang called the Sharks.
I have no idea.
That sounds it.
It's a chaotic movie with But I mean, I think it has the energy. It has this sort of energy. If you've seen Uncut Gems, it feels a bit like that. You never know what's going to happen next because it's the same director, And just when you think,
Is it
they,
by John Le Carre?
it's by Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler as the
No,
kind of
Jean Le
like
Carre.
Jules.
He's a famous French novelist. Yeah, he writes some great
I
spy
know
movies like
Le Carre, yeah,
Tinker,
it's a
Tailor,
spy
Soldier,
movie.
Spy. He's a great French novelist. How dare you, sir? So get back to this
Taylor,
French movie.
yeah,
Lee Marty Supreme.
yeah, yeah. Well,
The
I think
Marty
it
Supreme.
doesn't really look French. It looks more like Chinese. If you look at the cover, he's a ping pong player, and he's wearing like the white vest, and 1950s like New York seems a bit like China in the 90s or the 2000s. It's kind of rough around the edges. There's a lot of like Americana in it. They're in bowling alleys,
Wasted.
and it's all
Wasted.
kind
Who
of
plays
old
Jerry Lewis in this
old school
movie?
1950s.
Come on, man. You know the French love Jerry Lewis.
Don't know. I don't think Jerry Lewis is in it. I mean,
All right.
I've only really seen the movie like once.
So it's got
But
Timothée Chalamet.
it's a
All right.
fun,
It's
it's a
got the
fun
nanny
ride.
named
You know what I
Fran
mean?
Drescher.
I don't know.
It's got Gwyneth
if,
Paltrow. It's got Dom DeLuise, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's got Abel Ferrera is like central. You'd think that I thought it'd just be a cameo.
Flyers, who's Abel
But Abel
Ferrera?
Ferrera's character is
I
like
think of
a sort
Miguel
gangster
Ferrera.
who Bad Lieutenant. It's Bad Lieutenant, King of New York director, and he's really really old in this, but somehow his Timothée Chalamet character tries to help him fix his dog, make it take his dog to the vet, and they lose the dog, and then they end
Wasted.
up getting in gunfights and stuff in the
Does
middle
this
of the
Abel
rural,
Ferrera
and then they
have
burn
any
down
relation
like a
to
gas
Miguel
station.
Ferrera from RoboCop?
I don't think so. I don't think it's just Abel Ferrera of Bad Lieutenant, and for some reason he's in this movie. And I guess, and then when he crashes through the roof into Abel Ferrera's bath and almost kills
Hey,
his
you
dog,
gonna give us a spoiler
the
warning
whole
here?
movie changes slightly from being more like a sort of Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, but not everyone reads
It's
French.
in all the
Wasted.
reviews. It's not a. I went in completely blind.
What's the difference?
Nobody's going to listen to our podcast either. If you're listening to this and you're this deep into it, then I'm just saying that the whole movie turns into an Abel Ferrera style kind of driller killer camera movement, for a bit. While all the Abel Ferrera films, so it's kind of a homage to Abel Ferrera, and it's also kind of like Scorsese. And it's a weird, just like Uncut Gems. It's in a weird fever dream state. It doesn't. None of it seems real because it's set in the 50s, but the soundtrack is all 80s.
Yeah.
So
Now,
it's just you're literally living in this dream world, and it's all this crazy stuff, and it's about ping pong. And Marty is like
I don't know who Abel Ferrera is. I had to look him up.
what?
You've put a lot
You've
of
seen
praise on this man.
King of New
And
York, haven't you?
I've seen Bad Lieutenant and King of New York. Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically
But
Abel Ferrera.
I would have never given him second thought. I mean, two great movies in their own right. But I wouldn't have.
Driller Killer is another one.
And
then in the
I don't
90s,
know what that one is.
he did The Funeral with Chris Penn before he died, and he did The Addiction, which is like a vampire
after
movie.
he died.
It was definitely a sort of, it's definitely a kind of, he's very New York. He's like a Catholic. So all his movies, and it also did like Dangerous Game with Madonna and James Russo, where it's basically Bad Lieutenant, but it's bad director. Harvey Keitel's a director who's taking like Russo to the edge of sanity, you know. Abel Ferrera is pretty much an institution, New York, like director.
Hey,
This is
Wasted.
all new to me, and I'm
Wasted. Did you know that James Russo was in Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah, he pops up all over the place.
He's Axel Foley's best friend. That comes to visit him in Detroit.
Is it Taggart?
No, it's not Taggart.
Oh yeah, maybe.
No,
Oh yeah, I don't know. I can't remember that. I always thought
you
that
don't remember? He's the friend that's working out in Beverly Hills that ends up getting killed. So then Axel has to go investigate what happened to him.
Okay, yeah. I think so. I mean, yeah, it's possible. Definitely, I'm kind of remembering that. He's definitely pops up in different movies. He's never been like a leading man. I think he's just a character actor. He turns up everywhere.
Yeah.
Um,
No. Now, can we talk Walter Hill movies or no? I like Walter
I've heard
Hill.
of Walter Hill, but I don't know what you're talking about. Walter Hill
Now I'm gonna let Lars look that up.
is
Walter
Yeah,
Hill.
Walter Hill. He doesn't make those French movies that you
James
like.
Russo. He's the brother of Rene. You know
Rene Russo. I
Is that?
I sure know her.
Yeah. Are they related? Are they
Oh, he did
related?
the Warriors.
Ferrera.
He did
Oh,
a little
Walter
more
Hill.
than Warriors, but
Deadwood.
Produced
The Alien franchise.
Keep going.
This guy's got an impressive resume. Another 48 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Fire. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking.
Listen, I'm not gonna let this French shit go on too long. You know, I gotta throw some Americana in here with some Walter Hill.
I'm cruising through his body of work here. This man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I believe
up
he
there.
is. I mean, Walter Hill and John Milius are probably the two most unsung directors of their time, my friend. Unlike this
Did he do,
Abel Ferrera guy.
Abel Ferrera.
Did he do Red Heat?
Maybe.
Look, I believe he did.
Don't know.
Let's
Yeah,
take a
Red
look.
Heat.
But Abel
Yeah, yeah.
Ferrera is a pretty big director
Heat,
in the
1990.
90s.
Listen, King of New York is overrated, buddy.
Bad Lieutenant's
I'm
not.
sorry, King of New York is. Oh, but because Harvey Keitel, you know what he does when he pulls over those two young ladies. I mean, it's an art piece. It's an indie film. You're not gonna be like, oh God, folks, let's grab around everybody and hey guys, tonight we're gonna put on Bad Lieutenant.
I don't know. I think it's quite a good drinking movie.
Yeah,
Every
do you
time
wait?
he spends the whole
Wasted.
movie.
Would you grab wasted? Would you go on a date and be like, you know what? When we get back, how about I make some popcorn in the microwave and we throw on Bad Lieutenant?
Yeah. Oh no! Wind down your window. Show me how you suck a dick. That's the first date.
He's actually quoting, folks,
date.
ladies and gentlemen. He is
Why
quoting
not?
the movie Bad Lieutenant starring Harvey Keitel. Yeah. So
It's a dating movie. First date.
Directed by Abel Ferrera.
yeah, but by the way, Bad Lieutenant is not a French film, unlike Marty Supreme, which I guess is one of the most popular French films we've had now in a long time.
It does seem like a French film because of the 80s soundtrack. It seems like the French really like Depeche Mode,
Well,
and it's sort of arty.
let me ask you this: is French action hero Jean Reno in there?
In Marty Supreme.
Yes, of course. Folks, if you don't know who I'm talking about, he's also known as Leon the Professional.
I don't know. I mean, I just watched the movie.
Yes. He was in the 1998 version of Godzilla. He was also in Ronin. He's a fantastic actor. Fantastic. I mean, he's no Jerry Lee Lewis if you ask the French, but then again, it's the French. So Wasted, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's this Marty Supreme? You know, we know it's a French film, but how's it overall?
Well, yeah, I'd probably say it's like probably like an 8 or a 9. You know, in these days, you know.
You're such a lying bastard. I watched Weapons with my wife, and I'm like, listen, Wasted swears this movie's like a 9 or a 10. We watched the movie, and I'm like, it's an okay movie.
I think it's a 10. Like in the year 2025, of the movies that I went to see, and I basically pick the ones that I think I'm going to like anyway. I don't just go to the theater to see any old like rubbish. Like The Housemaid with Sydney Sweeney's out. Probably wait for that on Netflix or something. But I just go to see.
Yeah, so you can watch it private, alone.
But with weapons, I
some
was just
hand lotion and a
totally
box of tissues.
with weapons. I was just like locked into it and mesmerized and trying to work out what was actually going on. And it's very well made. Like it's not easy to make that kind of movie. If you try and do it, like and you're not really amazing at making movies, it won't work. It'll fall to pieces. Whereas Marty Supreme to me seems like a bit like one battle after another. It's kind of scene after scene of chaos. It's not, and it's pretty. It's really about the performance of Chalamet and his unbelievable performance. But you wouldn't say that it's like a difficult movie to make. It's linear. It's not. There's the plot is pretty simple, and it's a sports movie. It's pretty has one direction, and it's streamlined, like Goodfellas. Something like Goodfellas, where just it works on a very simple level, and it just keeps going, and there's scene after scene. But it isn't like a puzzle that you put together that has to balance and work like Weapons. So I think Weapons is like a better movie. I have to watch Weapons again, see how they did it. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. It's just my taste. I mean, I know everybody else has their taste, but I'm the one on the podcast doing a show. So
Which one was Weapons again?
With the kids in this.
Which one was Weapons again? You reviewed two movies
Sinners,
on that episode.
Sinners.
Which one was Weapons?
Sinners is about the sort of blues, the kid wanting to be the blues musician and runs into vampires.
Weapons was with the girl from that Jason Bateman
Ozark.
show.
Is it Ozark? Right? I think it was. There's two that look the same.
Yeah, Ozark.
Is it Julia Fox or I don't know. I've forgotten her name. But yeah, the teacher. It's called Julia Garner.
Julia Garner.
Yeah. The kids that go missing from the school, and the witch.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cross between. It's like it crossed with Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
or something.
I watched that as well. And you gave that movie a 10, correct?
For me, what?
And now you're giving this ping pong movie an 8.
I don't know. It's like I think I gave what's that? One Battle After Another. Did I give that an 8? Yeah, I think it's better than that, but I think it's about an 8. Yeah, but it's a little bit based on what I just like. Like I gave Sinners a 9 because I enjoyed it. But I don't think it's as good as I don't really think it's as good as Marty Supreme or One Battle After Another. Really, they're harder to make. Sinners is a kind of easy but enjoyable movie. But they're all pretty good because I went to see them. As in, I'm not going to see total shit. But it is 2025, so you got to factor. It's not like these movies that 2026. But supposedly this came out in 2025, and I wouldn't you're not going to say that they're Citizen Kane or they're not with these kind of they're not apocalypse now. It's in 2025. If you take it over the whole film history, they're going to drop way down, aren't they?
So Wasted, are you going to have a new grading scale in 2026? Because your 2025 grading scale is utter shit. Like every movie's a 9 or a 10. That's maybe I'll watch it once and I didn't hate it, but you're out here saying it's like a classic, which they're not.
I think Marty Supreme is going to be definitely a classic. One Battle After Another, probably. Oh no, but I'm not really viewing it, and I'm not really. This is like a journalistic movie criticism, isn't it? This is just based on a little bit of knowledge of the director and the film, and your personal taste factored into it for the time that it came out. It's not like film theory criticism where you're going to break it down and put it up against all the other movies that influenced it.
I think next time before we do a movie review of Wasted, we should ask him how many drinks he had before he went to go see the movie. I think that'll be a better barometer of realistically what the rating we're going to get at the end is. Let's ask him now. Hey, Wasted.
You know what? Let's revamp the scoring, the grading system to beers. So instead of stars, how many beers?
I used to do out of 3 out of 5 Wasteds, sort of 3 out of 5 stars. So I mean, I would.
Yeah, well, let's be more accurate. How many beers did you have before and during the movie?
Well, I always go to the early bird and get the popcorn deal. So I watch it in an empty cinema at like 10:40, I think it was. But I think, maybe out of 10 is the wrong scheme for this type of like analysis. I would say they're all about. You wouldn't want to say don't go see it and they're totally terrible. So they're definitely in the 3 or 4 wasteds out of 5. And maybe I would say weapon.
But how many beers did you have before you went to see these movies or during these movies?
I go in the morning, but if you factor in, like, say if you go on a 24-hour, in the 24 hours, probably at least 4 500 milliliter cans and probably half a bottle of scotch the night before.
Okay, things are getting clearer now.
I don't know if that counts. These are
Yeah. See, that I understood your rating system that you wanted there, Lars, but I wanted to know what kind of state of mind he was in when watching these films. So we understood his review process a little better.
Understand.
Is there any more questions you have, Lars?
No.
Wasted. I feel like you've described Marty Supreme, this wonderful French film that you're such a big fan of, very well for us tonight. And is there anything else you want to add, or shall Lars take us out?
au revoir.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We really appreciate it. Hit like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment. Follow our channel. If you're not listening on YouTube, look for us on Rumble. And if you're not on Rumble, look for us over at Spotify and wherever else you get your podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen.
Je voudrais un pain au chocolat.
See